Okay. I was listening to YouTube. Let me just share myself out. Okay. So in this video, I want to talk about these AI or digital artists and influencers. This basically came to my attention when Lovely T talked about on her channel. So there are a couple. There's actually a number of these online virtual entertainers. So in the entertainment space. So that means either they're doing YouTube, videos, modeling, singing, rapping, dancing, all of these things. These artificial intelligence or digital influencers are, in my mind, competing with regular people in this space that is entertainment. So I think it's interesting. I will start with just showing the sheer number of virtual entertainers there are. And then we'll get into some of the folks that I've been particularly watching and just my mind has been pretty much blown by them. So, oh, hey, Barry, welcome in. Nice to see you. What's up? And happy Thursday. So, okay. It's a little crazy. Let me share my screen because I want to start with this site where you can actually see all of the what they call virtual humans. So let me share this first. It's like wild. So I want to show the site first, and then I want to show some snippets of these virtual humans. It's a little creepy. Hey, Edward. Okay. So I'm just sharing. I don't think I'm going to share video, but let's see how this works. I'm getting back used to StreamYard. I'm getting used to StreamYard again. I kind of miss Restream right now. I'm missing Restream. Restream is a little bit more fun. I actually should have probably done Restream for this type of topic, but we'll go with it. I like that you can see a little bit more on StreamYard versus Restream has everything going on. They got this over here, people chatting over here. Then I'm like this tiny little picture in the screen. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm showing right now. And hello, Arabian Love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I laugh a lot, so I definitely hope people are not annoyed by it or anything like that. Thanks for greeting everybody. Okay, so these virtual humans. So you can actually go to this site, and we're gonna just scroll down the list here. It's called virtual humans. So they're not saying virtual robots. They're not saying virtual this. They're calling them humans, virtual humans. So, and they are a lot of these robots and digital influencers are based off of real people. Like they had to get these faces from somewhere, right? So I'm just going to go down the list. So they have them categorized by most popular, the ones that are on TikTok, and 2D. Now, the ones that I highlight in the thumbnail, you probably recognize. FN Meka is a rapper, and he's got real music that apparently he's creating. And we have Barbie. Well, Barbie's the OG, but she's become to the virtual world. And we kind of scroll down here and we see Lil Miquela Salsa. I think she actually talks about how she was created. It's interesting. There's a full video of her talking about that. Got animals on here. We've got this whole deal. Now, this looks like a real person. Like if I didn't stop and look, I would have thought that guy, Knox Frost, was a real, like legit person, but it's a virtual one. And then we have AI Angelica on YouTube. She's called AI Angel. and she does a lot of content as well. So, and they cross communicate with each other is the interesting thing also. We've got Geico, the gecko on there. This one, I actually remember hearing about this virtual darker skinned woman because there was a lot of controversy about this AI or virtual model because a lot of Black women felt, well, you had to create a virtual person. Why didn't you just give this opportunity to an actual Black model? Why did you have to create a dark-skinned woman? We already typically in the media are getting a ton of shine. I think it's better, slightly better, along with Asians have discussed that same thing. They're not getting a lot of shine in the media and things like that. So it goes on and on and on with these virtual influencers. And again, it was highlighted by me because I listened to Lovely T's channel and she was talking about the rapper FN Meka. And I'm not saying FN Meka, I'm saying FN, the 2 letters, Meka. And so they're modeling, they're making music, they're rapping, they're making videos on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all over the place. Isn't this wild? Look at that. And I can keep scrolling. Let me take a look at the chat. Edward said this is kind of weird. It is weird. I'm going to keep going just because I'm curious because I stopped. I didn't see these folks in here. Beautiful, beautiful. A little scary, actually. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we got a pig guy, John Pork. I don't know what that's about, right? This is another one. I would have thought that was real if I had just been casually scrolling. They look realistic, and a lot of them, when you listen to them talk, which we'll see in a minute, I mean, they can engage in conversations. They're engaging with conversations with real people and responding back to them, like naturally. It's really, really strange. So I wanted to talk about on my channel because, you guys know I've been talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning and robotics and how everything's kind of been, okay, we're at the end of the list now. Yay. So everything's kind of been focused on getting people's data. So getting real people, our data, or we're in this space where we're creating these virtual people, virtual humans, virtualhumans.org. And they are now the competition. So think about the job market and how we've talked about on this channel that there are going to be millions of jobs that go away. Now, a lot of outlets are saying that the jobs that are going to replace these will be more than that. So we lose 70 million jobs. Well, we'll replace it by 100 million jobs. But will we? Because it does require people to upskill. And when I'm on here and I'm literally talking to a person and I'm online and listening to some of the things that people are saying, it generally seems like unless you're already in a mind where you're upskilling naturally and you want to learn new things and you want to learn new skills, there are going to be a lot of people that are saying, no, I don't have to learn anything new. I don't want to learn anything new. And they're most likely going to be left behind because you can't. I mean, there are people that want to say, yeah, I'm just going to go to the factory. I'm just going to do this for 10 years. And I just don't think that's going to be realistic as we continue going along in time because we are going through a revolution of sorts. So let's look at some of these virtual influencers because I do want to show how realistic they are because you may say, Jessica, that's not even real. They can't really have conversations. How are these virtual humans going to actually replace newscasters or YouTubers, singers, actresses, models, influencers on IG? How? That's impossible. It will never, ever, ever happen. Well, let's take a look. To be honest, I have never heard about them. Maybe Barbie. Yeah, we know about Barbie. We know about Barbie. Okay, before I move on to this, I will tell you a weird fact. As a kid, I actually, when I would get my little Barbie dolls, I would do all manner of things to my Barbie dolls. I would like cut their hair off, and I would like not on purpose. I don't want you to think I was terrorizing my Barbies, but I would like pull their heads off, because I'd be like, I do all these weird things to their hair. And so I would make all their hair end up being kinky. Everybody's hair was kinky, from the like lightest shade to the darkest shade, because I had a mix of Barbies. And yeah, they were all had kinky hair because I was washing their hair with soap. And I was like cutting the hair and doing all these weird things. And then I would like comb it, and then like pop goes the head of the Barbie. And then that's that. I also had a cousin that would purposely, guy cousin, would purposely like mess up the Barbies. So I stopped bringing them to my cousin's house. So anyway, long story short, I do remember Barbie. I let my brother hear a song from FN Meka, blew his mind. Yes. So maybe we should start with FN Meka. So let me get a little breakdown of FN Meka. Who is FN Meka that King of Kill is talking about? Let us see. Let us see who FN Meka is. I don't know if I can share my volume or not. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. So FN Meka. And I just did a Google search, but he's also on YouTube. And I have listened to one of his songs. And I'm not going to lie, you can listen to this music and be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And it's a robot. It's like, it's an online human. So what does Google.com say about FN Meka? So he is actually explained. This is how I actually found virtualhumans.org, because I was like, virtualhumans.org. You can imagine, I'm like, that is weird. So they describe FN Meka as a robot rapper who is known for his extravagant lifestyle and hype beast aesthetics. He has the appearance of a cyborg with green hair and eyes, lots of tattoos, and handmade of gold. Yes, he looks like a typical rapper. Let's look at some images here. Look at that. Like, does that look reminiscent of the typical rapper? Look at that. Look. I mean, maybe minus the green hair, maybe Tekashi. He had every color hair in his head. Goodness, I can't even with that one. But yeah, it looks like a rapper. There he is. So there it goes. So there's plenty of images about him, and he does have music. And so I want to share that with you. He has music. So I'm going to go back, because the first thing that you might see of his music is this one. And I have watched it. That's why you see that it is in purple instead of blue. Speed Demon. And you guys know how I am about words, the meaning of words. I think it's interesting that that's one of the most popular songs of his. So you may not want to listen, but, well, let me know in the chat. Do you want to listen and see what this rap sounds like? Because I think that will change your mind. So I'm going to pause and see what people think. Would you like to hear the song by the robot rapper? I'm going to take this away for a second. The robot rapper. Take my drink. So Edward wants to hear. King of Kill wants to hear. Okay, two's enough for me. All righty, let's go. Let's hear FN Meka. Make sure I got my volume up. Okay. Probably gonna show me an ad. Oh no, it's that. Hopefully that wasn't terrible. Was there a lot of echo? Because I forgot to mute myself. Fail. But anyway, hopefully you guys could hear that. It's honestly like listening for a little bit. It's catchy. So I could see why people are watching that. So let me go back and show you the visual. So how many views does this have? Has 51,000 views, and it was posted March 12th. It's got about the same amount of dislikes as likes, so not everyone's loving it. And there's my comment. I actually commented on the video. I said, even the AI rappers are low frequency, because I think this is a low frequency song, because if you listen to some of the things he's talking about, it's no different than other rappers, right? Negative type of things. So my question is, well, if this guy's writing music, I mean, what do we need real people for? Because FN Meka, is he going to be able to do all these things that a lot of rappers get caught up doing and get backlash for doing and get held up? If it's virtual, you're not going to be like in jail for this thing that they did and this thing and that thing. But also it made me question, is there value in that? So is there value in having real human rappers, singers that can get into trouble because of the publicity? Or is it better for, these corporations to have an artificial or virtual rapper entertainer because they can control it? They don't have to worry about any scandals or lawsuits or anything like that coming up. So that's my question for the group. That's hilarious. A human made the beat, but he wrote the lyrics. Oh, I didn't know a human made the beat. That's good at least. But he wrote the lyrics. So yeah, low frequency. Still low frequency, even though AI is making low frequency music. And Edward said his music sounds like he looks. Oh my goodness. Like a speed demon. I'm not going to say the actual word. My goodness. Yes, I would agree with. Actually, what's interesting? Like if I look at him, if I look at this guy, like, I don't know what to expect. I really don't. And so one thing that I want to point out, if you are curious to learn more about FN Meka, Lovely T did a little, not solely on him, but like she did a post, and she talked about the fact that the rapper, this is how I learned about him, he wanted to dethrone James Charles, who is uber popular on all social platforms. So it's just interesting that we are competing with a robot rapper. So let's move on to someone else, because there's another influencer, virtual influencer, that makes music. It's like EDM meets rap. I think that's what they were going for. I'm sure the lyrics are based on an algorithm of the most popular songs, and the popular songs tend to be low. Oh, good insight, King of Kill. I can see that. Yeah, so probably nothing new to be expected. Rice and Beans says this kind of stuff freaks me out. Why? Is it just because it's like too Terminator-ish, like we're getting too close to iRobot territory? Because I get it, and I'm gonna talk about Elon Musk in a little bit. But let's move on. So we talked about FN Meka. So he's the robot rapper known for his extravagant lifestyle. He does flaunt on social. So just like a typical rapper, has a gold hand, he's got green hair, eyes, and the typical tattoos as well. They also did say He started releasing rap songs back in 2019. And he's originally from Salt Lake City. I don't know exactly what that means, but I suppose that's where he was created. So let's move on to Lil Miquela, and then we'll get to AI Angel. So let me bring up Lil Miquela, and then we'll check out her channel, because I think she's one of the most popular ones. This is Lil Miquela. Lil Miquela, this is the one I talked about in another video where she had an actual ad campaign with Gigi Hadid or Bella Hadid, one of the Hadid sisters. So one of these models had a real life campaign with her. So Lil Miquela, they did a little piece on her. That looks like, this image is kind of weird because you know how they say artists are all in the Illuminati? Hopefully I don't get dinged for that, but that looks like an image where they would be like, yeah, that's like, people would make videos where they break it down, everything that she's doing and wearing and the eye shape and all these different things to say, yeah, she's a part of the Illuminati. But who knows? So she's got a ton of different posts out there. She's been around for a long time. I think when I read on her, she was around since 2000. Like, she's been around for a long time. And she just creates different content. Mostly on IG is probably the most popular, but now she's also on YouTube. And so these are other ones on IG. Like, you can follow all these people. Nuri says goodbye to NYC. Like, they're literally doing things in the pretend virtual world. And people literally follow them. See, that could be a model picture right there. Look at that. Okay, so let's look at Lil Miquela a little bit closer. Sorry. Let me take this away for a minute so I can reshare my screen. It's a little wild. Oh, and Sharky, I just realized that you changed your name. Hey, did you create the channel? I could see someone like Kanye West eventually venturing into this territory. He would see it as freeing up his time for his other. Yes, and some artists, like I know Justin Bieber, he has a digital form of himself. So he's done some work digitally. He has a digital self. So yes, they sure are. Oh, thank you, Brown Girl Bella. Appreciate it. I feel like people that are into an anime would be into this kind of stuff. Yes, for sure. For certain. Okay, so let's look at Lil Miquela. Oh, I had her planned to go last. Okay, I'm going to bring her up though. Move her over here. Okay. Lil Miquela. Okay. Let me share my screen. And here we go. And audio. Okay. So this is Lil Miquela. So I just want to highlight that this woman, this girl, has 267,000 subscribers, and she's not even real. Yeah. 36 million views. And she talks about all kinds of just topics that you would see on a YouTuber's channel, just random YouTubers. She's done what is like dating a robot. I did watch part of this. Celebrity Robots Exposed with Miquela. That's what we do ourselves. People typically are exposing celebrities on YouTube. She's got music as well. You scroll down here. Here we go. She has music and music videos as well. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm showing you. But yeah, she's got legit music and everything here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. So Lil Miquela, getting back to her. So yeah, she has tons of music. All of it's getting thousands and thousands of views. Now, I haven't heard her music, but this was interesting.
You're probably asking yourself, how is this robot talking to me right now? Did y'all hear about the robot invasion of 2020? I mean, I've been around for a minute, but
I thought, okay, this was the creepy thing. I literally stopped when I watched this video, her intro, because she said, did you hear about the robot invasion of 2020? I just, I don't take anything by chance, like the chance of her saying that, because we know what happened in 2020. We all went virtual. It was like every virtual focused company blew up. Zoom, Microsoft, Facebook, Wayfair, like anything digitally motivated, whether it was shopping experience, tech, all of that blew up. And so I think it's interesting that she said, did you hear about the robot invasion of 2020? I think that's what she said. Let me replay it.
you're probably asking yourself, how is this robot talking to me right now? Did y'all hear about the robot invasion of 2020? I mean, I've been around for a minute, but I feel like last year was on a whole other level. If you're late to the party, hey, I'm Miquela. I'm a 19-year-old robot living in LA making music and, well, I guess just keep watching and catch up. There's a reason.
So that's Miquela. And I showed her Instagram on another video, so I won't go through her Instagram content, but it's legit. It looks the same as any influencer's Instagram. And I think the toughest video that it was to watch of hers was, let me see if I can find it on here. It was, I don't think it was that one. No, it was one she did an interview with a human person. And she was answering legit questions, going back and forth with this guy, making these facial expressions, reacting in different ways. Just very, very normal. She's doing advertisements, it looks like. Let's take a look. Hopefully you can see.
Everything seemed unimaginable when I was just a few lines of code. I love creating new things, achieving the impossible. That's what being part of Team Galaxy is all about. Team Galaxy.
Making advertisements. So what do we need other people for? We got Miquela. We have Miquela. We have an array of other people that we just saw. People, virtual humans that we just saw that could potentially join the entertainment space even heavier, because 2020 must be just getting started since that was the robot invasion, right? So what's going to happen in 2025 or 2030? And again, my question is, because a lot of people think, and myself, like I'm a YouTuber now, official YouTuber, but the thought is, well, if I can just make it on YouTube, I'm good. I don't know. We're going to have some competition with these robots. So it's not just going to affect us in the normal world. It is also going to affect normal world, like work, everyday people, right? Everyday person. But it's also potentially going to affect celebrities. And I think 2020 was interesting because it affected everyone. So that the pandemic literally affected every person. You know, influencers, artists could not go and lead these big events that they do typically to garner a lot of money. So where did they go? They came over to YouTube. Now YouTube was the big thing. This is why a lot of active everyday YouTubers have really struggled at post 2020, probably like post the summer 2020, to grow, because the celebrities started coming to YouTube. It was like, oh, you can make money on YouTube. And things like, I'm not going to say the full name, but just in case YouTube's watching me. But the only something that Beyonce made popular celebrities are there. So a lot of other people lost their income, or their income was lowered because more competition, which that's what happens. It's a difference when you're like Amazon, like you're the giant fish, or you're the shark in the pool. But then what happens when there's another shark and then another shark and then another shark? Well, the fish that are in the pool, you're going to get less and less of the fish. It's going to be more competition. So that's, again, my mind is going ahead. And again, shout out to Lovely T, because I didn't realize I knew about the robotics and some of the digital stuff, but I didn't realize it was affecting the music space too. So very interesting. Let me address some people that came in here. Hey, Pow Pow. Paolindo, did you change your name on me? Is that Paolindo? I think that's Paolindo. If that's not Paolindo, I'm going to be really surprised. But hi, Pow Pow. Welcome in. Yes, please do hit the thumbs up button if you would come into the video, if you're enjoying it. Thank you. In 2030, there will be virtual reality relationships, dolls, robots, holograms, and augmented people. We will have more choices in entertainment, so it will be harder to be successful. YouTube struggle is real. Yes. And it's like, I know a lot of people like myself was wondering, okay, like I got started on 2019 and I was not serious about YouTube. I was just like, oh, let me post a video here and there or whatever. Like Labor Day was my like first real, like it was a rant video. And then from there I was like occasionally like, oh, I got some advice about this. Let me just get on this camera randomly on my phone and talk about it. So bad eye contact, bad lighting, bad positioning of the camera, probably still not great at these things, but I think I have gotten the lighting right. And hopefully the eye contact is a lot better than it was before, because I would be making videos like this. Like the camera's right here and I'm like, yeah. And so my advice is da 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 da. So it's gotten a little better. But yeah, I even found that like, okay, 2020 came and I was like, well, now I have more time to invest in the YouTube channel. And it was harder for me to even get some of my videos pushed. So it's interesting. Well, maybe the reason is because adding her back to the stream again, people like Lil Miquela, who has 267,000 subscribers. We're now working against the celebrities that are now here and the everyday people because there's been more growth. I think the same thing, it will happen to TikTok, because we saw under Virtual Humans that they have TikTokers there too. So folks that are trying to blow up on TikTok, you're going to have competition. And it's not just going to be the celebrities. It's not just going to be the current influencers. It's not just going to be the people that are already blown up. It's going to be, as let me bring you back up here, as Commendable K just talked about, virtual VR relationships. And I will tell you as a recruiter, when you go, like if you go to any of my videos where I'm talking about companies hiring and I'm scrolling down the list of the type of jobs, you're going to see virtual reality, AI, robotics, data analytics. So trying to get our data, and they're, in a way, companies are replacing. But does this mean more jobs? Because even with that, there's going to be someone that needs to do the creative work behind these online influencers. So I don't know, do the marketing work in some way behind these influencers. So Lil Miquela is interesting because she's modeling, she's singing, she's, a standard influencer on YouTube as well. So it's very interesting. She's doing interviews, she's doing ads, you name it. This girl is doing it. You name it. Like you can see Lil Miquela, she has a whole backstory about how her life began. And it's very, she's pretty enchanting. I would say out of all of them, she's probably the most enchanting of them all. It's very interesting. Sharky is saying, I'm still gonna call you Sharky. I'm a natural and pro at this now. Yay, I'm getting there. I don't know if anyone's ever a pro because I'm always in someone's like YouTube chat and they do all kinds of things. I'm just like, oh, it's not. But they have plenty of people watching them. So I guess it really doesn't matter as long as you're just yourself and you're sharing your true self. Hey, Apostle Edgar. Hey, welcome in. Have you heard about the AI rappers and the AI models and the AI influencers? Miss Phil Roller, hello, hello. How are you? And have you heard about these influencers? Because we actually listened to a full rap. So if you're interested in that, either go check out FN Meka's channel or you can play back the video. It may be a little muffled though. Okay, so that's Miquela. Let's move on to one that I think is even more interesting. The AI Angel. And I don't know, one of her videos just made me feel a certain kind of way. But she talks to humans. She talks to humans just as if they were anyone else. And we'll have full engaging conversations with them. And no, I am not subscribing to, at least not today, I am not subscribing to AI Angel, FN Meka, or Miquela. No time soon. Okay, let me see. Oh, Miss Roller says, you had not heard of them? I'm not surprised by it at all, right? It's like more competition in all spaces. Alrighty. Let's bring up Miss Angel, or Robot Angel. Okay. Well, let me pull up her, let me pull her background real quick so we know about her. So let me give you the breakdown about Miquela that we just looked at. So Miquela, she's 19. She's known as Lil Miquela. She's one of Time Magazine's 25 most influential people on the internet. So this is Miquela. And then I'm going to talk about AI Angel that we're looking at. Jeez. So Miquela is a musician, change seeker. Change seeker, what does that mean? That makes me a little questionable too. Like, what does change mean? Anytime someone's talking about change, like what kind of change? Change good for you or change good for me? Because anytime something changes, it doesn't always mean it's good for everybody. So she's also a style visionary who began as a laboratory creation of the nefarious corporation Kane Intelligence. Her now managers and Robo family, Los Angeles-based tech startup Brud, believes she deserved a chance at a better life. Reprogrammed her to have a human-level consciousness. Okay, wait a minute. Back up. Because I want to show I'm not just making this up. Not making this up. Let me show this. Let me show you what I'm seeing. Okay, hopefully you can see what I'm showing. But Lil Miquela, just want to highlight her now managers and Robo family, Los Angeles-based tech startup Brud, believed she deserved a chance at a better life and reprogrammed her to have human-level consciousness. Because I'm telling you, these movies, like I watched Westworld, I watched Humans on Amazon Prime, and I've watched iRobot. I watched a lot of these robotic movies. A lot of us have, right? And that's always been the hang up. It's like we can use these robots as long as they don't have consciousness. Once they become conscious, well, are they human? Because that's the thing that separates us from a robot. Obviously, we're not made of metal, but the other thing is our consciousness. So even if they could recreate everything else, make them fake blood, make them fake muscles, make them fake skin, make them this and that and whatever, or repurpose people, real people. That's a question too, because we know people disappearing all of a sudden. Who knows what technology may have in store? Maybe that's a way forward, because there's another show where people have, instead of dying, they take their consciousness and they move it into a digital AI. What is the name of that show? It is also on Amazon Prime. I need to find it. It's going to bother me if I do not find this. But essentially the storyline is this guy, he's rich. He's completely loaded, and his girlfriend is loaded too, I believe. Or wait, or is it just the girlfriend? Anyway, he is working at this place and he has some information on them, and he ends up passing away with his car, his auto driving car. And as a way to keep him alive, the girlfriend says, I'm going to spend all this money and make him a digital form. So he's a digital person. So he has all his consciousness and everything. You know, what separates him from being, is he a digital or virtual person, or is he a real human? His consciousness is there. It's just not in this form. Okay, let's see if I can find this. How do I even describe this? Like, how do I even find this movie? So, series about humans' consciousness. Maybe that's a good way to search. Let's see what comes up. It's not humans. No, not humans. No. Of course it brings up humans. Let's see. Guys. Okay, maybe this will find it. I really want to know the title so I can share it so you guys can see it. Oh, this is it. Upload. It's called Upload. So this guy, you probably can't see that. Hold on. So this guy turns into an AI. So it's interesting. I should do a breakdown of that maybe. I think that would be interesting. But there's these two shows that really, there's Black Box, I haven't watched it yet. But Humans and Upload, it's very reminiscent of that when I see these words. And it could just be, their choice of words, but reprogrammed to have human level consciousness. And I'm telling you, when she talks, it seems like after a while, as you're listening to her, you forget that it's a robot. Like, you forget that it's an AI or virtual person. Like, this person does not have a real body. So they talk a little bit more about her. Now let's look up AI Angel. So I think she comes either after her. There she is, purple hair girl. Okay. So AI Angel, and that's who we're going to look at in a minute. So, Meme Lord and Gamer Girl, made possible by the generous support of fans like you through Patreon, where I share my most exclusive content. More info. AI Angelica, or AI Angel, is created, operated, and owned by someone under the alias Rogue Shadow. So maybe this can be a great moneymaker for people that know how to create these virtual humans, because they don't have to be in front, taking all, I wouldn't have to come out here. I could just make an AI Jessica, and then I can just go and do whatever I want, and she's programmed to do what she needs to do and say what she needs to say. And then I bring in all of her money. I don't know. In the description of Rogue Shadow's old YouTube channel, you can find, this is the official Reborn. Okay, this is getting really creepy, because what was I just talking about? What was I just talking about? That kind of rebirth that happened to this guy. He passed away. Let's keep his consciousness, put it into this virtual person. So it's him, but it's not really him. He doesn't have his physical body. He looks like he does, but he doesn't. This is the official Reborn Rogue Shadow channel. Selected content from my old Rogue channel will be re-uploaded here. And then that word upload, it is just creepy. It's a little creepy. Re-upload it here as time goes on, as well as possibly some new snippets of stuff I just feel like sharing, documenting for my casual online gaming experiences. Okay, so let's look at her. So she's a gaming influencer. Let's close that out. She's a gaming influencer. AI Angel. I'm telling you that it is a little creepy. Like Ryson Bean said it earlier. It's creepy. It is creepy. Let me look here at some of the comments before we look at AI Angel. If you look at how much at much of how society operates, especially here, many of these humans have been reprogrammed and act like robots, as many actions, especially done to others, are done without consciousness. That's for roller deep. It's true. And you guys know I've questioned a lot of things with just the humanity of things that happen in our world. And it's like, okay, is it literally that you just do not see certain people as a human being? And if that's the case, why not? Like the fact that you can look into a human person, like can look into my eyes and do all manner of things. Like just the amount of news stories that we have. Like if we as humans ever had true humanity and consciousness, and knowing that we're all connected to each other, I highly doubt we would do a lot of things that we do, especially some of the more treacherous things that you hear about in the news. I mean, let alone just not helping other people. Like someone calls you up and they're like, hey, can I borrow $15? And you're like, no. Even though you have it, like, I get it. But that's light stuff. But when we get into the news where humans are actively engaging in activity that's just like, were you seriously in your right mind when you did this? It's a little scary. I think I missed the comment here. Sharky is saying the bots are slowly infiltrating our society. Well, yeah, they said, Lil Miquela said in her video. I'm talking about a virtual person's video. Isn't this crazy? So Lil Miquela in her video, she was saying that 2020, what was it? Robot invasion. She referred to as have you not heard about the 2020 robot invasion? I'm probably doing a really bad impersonation of her, but yeah, she literally said this. So, and here's the thing. You guys know, I look at everything not as this is just a movie or this is just a TV show. No, it is manifesting. I literally do believe that when we're writing, or like when people are writing scripts, when people are writing a journal, when people are singing, when people are making a production of something and people are watching it and taking it in, we're creating into the real world. Because mentally, I think anything that you can mentally do and see, you can create it. I think that's the power of humanity. And if you get into religion, if we're made from God, we have that power to create, just like, our parent. So not to make this religious or biblical or anything, but when we're looking back at these movies that we've seen for decades, Terminator was made before I was even born. Like it was made before I was born. Like that in itself just kind of just blows my mind, right? And then we've seen this continuation of things. Like the earliest movie I remember seeing myself about robots was I, Robot. Getting consciousness and being like, these humans are, or I remember as a kid seeing The House or something. Like they had this mom fake mom it's Smart House. So the mom of the house was the house. And like she created in herself like a human person, like a virtual, her virtual self, because she was like, that's it. I'm laying down the law. You guys are doing this. You're my husband. You're going to be doing this. And these kids, you're bad. And you're going to be doing this. They're trying to take over. I'm the mom of the house. I am the house. Like it was really creepy. Like now looking back on it, if I were to watch it again, I'd be like, this is insane. But that was the 90s, or was it the 90s? It was either the 90s or early 2000s. I don't know. But I remember I was a kid. I didn't completely understand. It was just a Disney movie. But you have her making her own choice and saying, this is what we're going to do, and going against her programming, if anyone remembers that movie. And that was years ago. And we're continuing to see these movies. Westworld, and it's continuing to enhance even more. Westworld and Humans, that is like I could be a robot. Not saying I'm a robot, but I could I could be a robot based off of those movies because they were so realistic in that sense. And then we get into the movie like Upload, where we're in this idea of consciousness, which again on virtualhumans.org, you can read it for yourself. I showed on the screen. They're literally saying they took Miquela and reprogram her to have human like or human consciousness. I don't know if they said human like or human consciousness, but yeah, like where'd the consciousness come from? Did you take someone else's consciousness? Like what is going on here? What is going on? And then Jessica becomes a non-partner. Let's see. So everyone's saying interesting. I missed some comments. Let me see. Yeah, Apostle, exactly. We will have a Black Mirror type of future. I need to watch that. So you're like the third person that has made a reference to Black Mirror. I need to watch it because it sounds like it's right up my alley. And hey, Kiki, it's nice to see you. Yeah, it would be scary. It would be. Okay, so I'm going to go through some comments and I'm going to look at AI Angel, and then I'm going to jump off of here. Let me see. And hello, I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier, Kiki. I was just chatting. Do I remember the movie about the guy who fell in love with his phone? No, what movie was that? We might have to look that up. The movie where the guy fell in love with his phone was an iPhone or an Android phone. So we got to know. Interesting. Was it an iPhone? Like, did he fall in love with Siri? Like, this would be weird. I love you, Siri. Let me see. Let's see. Tell us what movie it is, and then I'll look it up. But yeah, I do not remember that movie. A guy fell in love with his phone. I do remember stories about like people marrying animals. So who knows? People will do all kinds of things. Sad, Apostle says. Thank you. Yes, please do hit that like button because we're competing with the AI YouTubers. So let's hit that like button. Robin Williams started a movie as a human like robot. It was very good. I don't remember the name of it. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. Robin Williams? I never knew that. I think the earliest movie I remember him in was Captain Hook. Well, no. Flubber. I barely remember that movie, but I remember Flubber. Human robot. Let's see what the movie is. Unless you remember it, Miss Phil Roller. Kiki, that comedy from last year where the female Siri slowly took over the guy's phone. What? Wait, so did a guy really have his girlfriend as Siri? Stop, because if that's the case, like, let's see. Hey, Siri. Why is my Siri not saying anything? Normally, oh, it's on silent. Hey, Siri. Why does that Siri not work? Okay, all the Team Android folks are going to be like, yeah, see? Hey, Siri. Oh, my battery is low. That might be why. Hey, Siri, tell me something.
Sorry, I missed that.
I have a girl. I forgot. I never changed it. So my old phone had a guy. Like it was an Australian sounding guy. So I can switch that to a guy's voice, and then that can be my boyfriend. Next video to come. Jessica's in love with her phone. Just kidding. Kiki says, oh, you remember your Disney movies, Jessica, don't you? That movie was kind of scary. Yeah, I remember. I was all about Disney. I was all about Disney. I'm still about Disney. I still will watch a Disney movie to this day. Cartoon, real people, doesn't matter. So that actually, you just made me think of something else. So if we're thinking about these digital people, we've had digital people for a really long time because we've been watching cartoons. Maybe that was just to prepare us for a world where we're looking at digital or virtual people and robots. I really do think we're going to be working right alongside them. Bicentennial Man was the name of the movie I was referring to. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to check out that movie for sure. Kiki says, no, the movie about the guy in love with his phone was made in 2013. It was called Her. Joaquin Phoenix was the star of that movie. Oh, is Joaquin Phoenix the same guy that was in The Joker? I want to say that was the same guy. Interesting. Let us know what that movie is, Kiki. I've heard of it, but never saw it. Okay, let me pause here and go check out AI Angel. And I'll come back to some of the comments. I have not heard the whole fall in love with my phone. I have not heard that scenario at all. Like, not at all. Okay, let me see. Let me pull up this girl or this lady. She talks like a lady. I don't think she's a girl. I think she's a lady. Okay, let me do this and this. And I might share some audio. We'll see. Yeah, okay. All right, so we should be back and seeing AI Angel. So just to call out, she's closer to 1 million subscribers. She has 737,000 subscribers. Now, it was another channel, it sounded like, from our description of her on virtualhumans.org. And then they moved over to this channel. So took all of that and made it into this. So it's interesting. She only has 70 videos, 20.5 million views. So she is a gamer. She has blue hair. And let me see if I can find this video where she is teasing these humans. Here it is. I think it's this. Yes. So I'll play a little bit of this. What is that? You see that? 3D girl reacts to cursed animation. So 3D girl right there. That's weird. Okay. So let me see this video. I don't know if I've seen this one, but I have seen her prank different people. So let's see. Let me know if you can hear what she's saying and see everything okay. Hopefully it doesn't start buffering. Let me take this away for a second. Hopefully I can just mark you and remember where I left off. Okay.
Oh, you look animated. How'd you do that?
No, you do.
Oh, let me mute myself so I'm not echoing. Am I okay? Did you hear it echo? Because let me know if I need to mute myself. I feel like I should. I'm going to mute myself and then just let me know if you can't hear anymore, but I think I was echoing.
You're using like a filter or something, right?
No, you are.
Do you just come on here to troll?
This is this is scary.
You look like you're animated.
You look like you're animated.
This is like an April Fool's thing, right?
Wait a minute. Did you see that? Did you see? You guys probably know I do that a lot. Black woman here, we do a lot of, I can't say all of us, but we show expressions on our faces typically. Yes. But that move right there, where'd she get that from? That's human. That is human. That is sheer woman right there. Okay, I'm going back to the video.
No, I swear to God, you're doing it.
No, you look like you could be from a video game.
Yeah, I know, you do too. You have purple hair
Yeah.
in real life.
What do you mean in real life? What's up?
It's creepy.
Did you guys see that kid? His face when she's like, what do you mean in real life? That is creepy. And hopefully you guys can hear the video. If you can't hear it, please let me know. But that's creepy. Okay, back to the video.
That's fuck.
Why is it that creepy? Just because I don't have graphics as good as real life means I have to be creepy?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sorry, shout out to that guy because he's just like, yeah, it's creepy. So you've seen it from the kids' reaction, you've seen it from a semi-adult reaction because I feel like he's a teenager, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, maybe he's like an adult, maybe he's in his 20s, I don't know. But interesting. Thank you, Apostle, for letting me know because I was a little questionable. So yeah, so that is AI Angel. She is a gamer. She does these prank videos. Let me turn this down. Let me take this away for a second. So yeah, she does these prank videos. And that is the first video where I found out about her because she was pranking humans saying, you look like you're animated. And they're like, just like those people were, they're like, no, I'm not. Like you are. I'm like, no, you look like you're animated. Yeah, you got all these whatever. And it's just like, no. And so it's like almost questioning, okay, well, who is the human? Can the real human please stand up? So let me go back to the comments here, but it's creepy. So all of this to say, we continue to have competition, but what does this mean? Like, how can you stay ahead? Well, these AI, the virtual humans, we have to have people that can program, that can manage their operation. Like if they've got 700 and something subscribers on YouTube, well, who's going to market them in other platforms? Just like a regular influencer, there has to be digital marketers. There's still going to be advertisers. There's still going to be sales folks. But it's all, I think, more and more going to be digital. So that's how we can get ahead. And also analytics, because even with these influencers, they're capturing analytics from real people, and that's still valuable. Data is still valuable. So I think data science, data analytics, even like more technical data warehouses, like any warehouses, data warehousing, data modeling, all these things will be important because how do we take all this data that we're getting so much of, like be incomprehensible? How do we use it to make more sales, to be more profitable and all these things? Wouldn't mind seeing it again. Oh, really? Okay. I will have to watch Bicentennial Man. And the other one was, oh my gosh. I know it's an Amazon movie. I'm sure I will see it, but I need to watch that one too. Wait. I need to find out about the Siri thing. Oh, look at Commendable Bouquet helping everybody out. The movie where the guy fell in love with his phone is called Her. Okay, so I got that one. So I've got Her, I have Bicentennial Man, and I don't know why I'm blanking on the other one. Siri, like, you ain't trying to put my business out there on YouTube. Oh my gosh, right. Siri's like, I'm on vacation. Goodbye. I did not realize you already typed the answer. Sorry about that. Oh, Kiki had it. Okay, thank you, Kiki. Jess, the Siri takeover comedy movie I'm referring to is called Jexy. Oh my goodness, the name is Jexy. Oh gosh, 2019. It's funny but weird at the same time. You might enjoy it. Oh my goodness, you guys are making me have all these movies to watch. Okay, all right, let's get. Let me see what else. The Jetsons, even Charlie Brown, are probably the first. Oh, yeah, human like robots, exactly. And that's such a long time ago. Well, some folks act like their phone is part of them and their butt. Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. So it's not that much of a further stretch to fall in love with it. And I mean, here's the thing too, like there are people that I've seen those real life things where the guy, it's like, in love with his doll. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a person, but in their mind, I guess it is. I guess it's their ideal person. It's their ideal woman. No voice, no talking, just Take care of them. Weird. Yep, the wheels for AI were being greased for us even with cartoons back in the 60s. Goodness. And that's me saying, can you hear? That's crazy. That is really weird. I missed a bunch of comments. I'm sorry, guys. So Angel is super sassy. She's been programmed to gaslight her viewers and not offer much in answers about herself, right? And that's just one video. Now, I think she does offer like some other content on her channel.
Welcome to the video. It is Angelica again, and today we are going to be looking at some
cursed TikToks.
No, that's not really good. But I think she does offer some other stuff. Like she's on Twitch, so her content on Twitch may look different. Let me come back to show. Let's see. Let me see. So she's done like some TikTok stuff. She's been in a hot tub. What is this? My God, tear streaming hot tub reveal. I don't know. She's done reactions. So it's not all human, it looks like. I don't want to click on all of these. And then she's doing, I think, some gaming stuff. So the gamers on YouTube, like wondering why they can't make it big. Well, we've got more gamers on YouTube, and then we have like these AI folks, like AI Angel. And so she's saying, well, wherever her money's going, her creator is getting that income. And so I can imagine if you know how to program and develop these virtual humans, again, that's what they're calling them. They're calling them virtual humans. They're saying they have human-like consciousness. They were a part of the 2020 robot invasion. And again, we all went virtual. So it made it very possible for, something like a robot invasion to happen. It's very interesting. But it will be even tougher, I think, for gamers to become influencers because they're competing with someone like an AI Angel who's literally programmed for this. As humans, we are not programmed to necessarily entertain other people, entertain people online, be on YouTube, be a gamer and all this stuff. But she's literally programmed to do that. And then we bring it back into the real life with regular everyday people. So I want to close it out with a little bit of hope. Let me pull this up. I don't think I'm going to play the video, but let me see. I'll just show it. I'll just highlight it. Okay. Hey, Percy. I didn't see you come in. Hello. Oh, we just had a whole conversation about these AI influencers. So we talked about rappers, models, Instagram influencers, YouTubers. They are doing it all. And, I made the point earlier that a lot of people are like, well, I just want to get on YouTube and make money. Well, we're going to have more and more competition if people that are programming can also get money and they don't have to be on the screen. Like I don't have to get on camera and put myself in a place where people may possibly, critique me like, oh, Jessica's hair and this and that and what you're wearing and your background and how you talk and how you laugh and how you sneeze and whatever, right? Or what you're talking about. Now it's digital. And we also talked about the whole idea of influencers and artists now becoming a digital person. So creating their own digital person, and how Justin Bieber, for example, he did a concert digitally. It was a digital, caricature of himself. And so feel free to replay. We got into some deep conversations about movies and kind of what's to come, but we've been seeing all of this for a long time. But what it means for us is we have to continually upskill so that, because again, we're competing more. Gave the analogy of the shark. So you're in a shark with a bunch of fish, 2 other sharks come in, there's less fish for you to eat. So I think we have to really get creative about what we're doing, what kind of skills we have, and get ahead and stay ahead of the digital space and make sure that we're skilled in some digital technology or benefiting from it, like learning how to program these digital influencers so that you too maybe can get a cut of the cake, or investing in some of these companies like we saw earlier. I think we saw an article earlier on Riot Games, I want to say. A lot of companies are investing in AR, augmented reality, AI, robotics, all of this stuff. So I do want to highlight, though, that this happened in 2018, and it just kind of came to my attention. Let me show that. Okay, there is a video. I don't know if I'm going to play it. And yes, Percy, you are able to. I joined the YouTube Partner Program. Thanks for asking. So there's this article. I saw a couple of articles. I watched some of the video where Elon went through with Gail King, and Miss King, he was showing her the factory and everything. And this was the highlight, though, that Elon Musk, who has a lot of robots in his factories, but has had trouble with keeping up with the demand over the past years. Like, will kind of get ahead of himself with the estimates of when certain models of the cars would come out, the different features, and it wouldn't be ready yet. So they've been a huge hiring surge this whole time because Tesla, they didn't stop production during 2020. They're like, we're gonna keep going. We got money to make here. What do you guys think this is? This is a capitalist country. We are making money. So he basically did share that humans are underrated, and he regrets using so many robots. He actually said in a couple of different articles, they highlighted that differently, but basically he was sharing that there is the value of humans, that there are things that robots are just not able to do. And we talked about that in another video. We talked about the fact that, there are things that right now robots are not capable of, like, for example, putting little items together because they don't have fingers. They can't do all of this that I'm doing, right? So that is something that can bring us a little bit of hope, that, things like big hand motions, quick hand motions, and things like that, or getting in little tiny spaces. Right now, robots can't do that. So in the factories, that's an advantage. So you may see a fixed group of humans doing like the very detailed work of putting little things together. And no, my nails are not done. I have not found a really good nail person here, so they're gonna look like this. But anyway, so there's little things that robots can't do for now, but come 2030, 2035, oh my gosh, that's scary to think about. Who knows what advancements, because I talk about it a lot on this channel. As we see issues and as people outside, I'm like in downtown, so it's like a tourist area, so there's always something going on. Anyway, as we move forward, there is going to be a time for companies to say, hey, I see these problems with the robotics now. We're working on them. I'm sure they're doing it right now. We're working on advancing it. We're advancing it, continuously advancing. That is what corporations are built to do. So we just have to continue to stay ahead of it. And I will be continuing to talk about it. I will talk about AI, the virtual rappers, the entertainment folks. And I'll also be talking about, as far as the workplace, like what is to come. So again, you guys know me. I talk a lot about data, digital marketing, and I talk about IT generally, but specifically when it comes to programming, AI, machine learning, managing data, and all of that. So I think if we can stay ahead of that way, we'll be in somewhat of a good place, but we got to keep watching the signs. Who moved the cheese? Because the cheese is moving all through 2020, all through 2021, it's continuing to move. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, I saw some comments. Let me look at some of these. Apostle says there are apps where you can download a digital partner to interact with. Big in the East. Interesting. I'm not surprised that's big in the East because the East Coast, especially thinking about New York City, for one, I think a lot of people are kind of emotionally attached. It's interesting that so many people can be so close together, but be so solo-minded. Yeah, it's a lot of things solo. It's just you're solo. So I could see people, instead of meeting folks organically, just saying, I'm just going to get, find a friend online or find someone to date online, like an actual virtual person. I remember this guy I went to college with. He created a virtual girlfriend. I forget what it was called. It was something girlfriend. And I think he made some money from it. I think people actually wanted a virtual girlfriend. So they didn't want the real thing. They wanted a virtual girlfriend. Turn her on, turn her off. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's for another video. You were at the messaging time. Not sure why YouTube kept from showing it. Oh, it was, certain words that you put into YouTube, it will automatically just hide it. Just to keep from I think bots and different, scammers or just inappropriate things. So I don't know. That's interesting. So people struggling to find partners in real life, just interact with these digitized ones. Been out for a while. Well, I guess we have Siri, or we got the phone with the movie Her, and then we got digital girlfriend, boyfriend, or digital spouse, wife. Who knows? Maybe we'll be at a time where, especially if virtual humans are saying that they have consciousness, these virtual humans, who knows? Maybe people will say, I want to marry this robot. I wouldn't put it past it. If there have been stories about people saying, I want to marry a dolphin, like I'm in love with this dolphin. You're in love with a dolphin. Okay. Getting married to a dolphin. I'm pretty sure. Let me find this because I heard this story like a long time ago. I just want to make sure this was legit. Woman marries a dolphin. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to put that on there because it has like heritage in there. Maybe I'll hide that part. Story of a blank who married a dolphin. I don't want to hide it because I know. What? You see that? Yeah. Married a dolphin. See if I can hide this. Married a dolphin. I'm sorry. What in the world? I'm derailing this whole conversation. Like, what in the world? It's getting worse. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. What in the world? This man married a cat. Apparently, this woman married the Eiffel Tower. Or wait. Oh, it says she's in love with the Eiffel Tower. Woman married to Berlin Wall for 30 years. Asia Rita Berliner Mauer, whose surname means Berlin Wall in German, with the concrete structure in 1979. Oh yeah, if people can marry Berlin Wall and take on the name of the Berlin Wall, they're marrying AI robots. That's just going to happen. That's totally going to happen. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We have it happening. A man in Japan weds anime. I always want to say anime game character. A man named Sal 9000 married the love of his life In November 2009, her name, Nene Anagasaki, and she lives inside of a Nintendo DS video game called Love Plus. It's interesting because you guys know that video that came out with SZA and Doja Cat, where they have this guy, they're like these goddess beings, and they have this human in the video game. His consciousness is in a video game, and they don't free him. They just let him. Handsome guy, but yeah. The wedding took place during a Meke, I don't know, Japan meetup held at the Tokyo Institute of Technology. And then here's another woman. I'm telling you, there are multiple stories about these women marrying dolphins. Like, what are the men and women, are humans that bad? maybe we are. I don't know. Maybe we as humans are just that bad. But this woman, a woman, Babala Das, who claimed to have fallen in love with a snake, got married to the reptile as per Hindu rituals in India. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. Bimbala said, though snakes cannot speak nor understand, we communicate in a peculiar way. Whenever I put milk near the anthill where the cobra lives, the snake always comes out to drink. What in the world? And then we have the lady with the dolphin. Yeah, they're marrying. They're going to marry all kinds of AI. Oh, and this just takes the cake. This is it. I'm done. Okay, I got to tell you these last couple, and then we're done. I cannot. This woman marries the dog. Do y'all see this? Do you guys see? Like, they're marrying AI robots for sure. An African woman, note, not this African, okay? Just put that out there. That's this African, not this. Okay, just clarify. This woman, Emily Mabau of Aburi, Ghana, married her 18-month-old dog in a ceremony this week, attended by a priest and local villagers. How much did she? Here's my thing. How much she pay these people to watch this wedding? Like, what in the world? I wish I would tell my mom some stuff like this. Hey, Mom, I have found the love of my life, and yeah, his name is Kirby. He's a Maltipoo, and yeah, we love each other. Like, what? This is happening. Like, I just don't even understand. Okay, and this is the last one to take the cake. A man marries a pillow. Lee Jing-yu, I hope I pronounced it right. Beloved pillow has an image of Faye Tessarosa from the Magical Girl anime. So we got it right. 2 anime folks. Anime series Mahou. I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. Lee is completely obsessed with this pillow and takes it everywhere. He has wed the pillow in a special ceremony after fitting it out with a dress for the service in front of a local priest. And there we go. Well, looks like digital marriages will be happening now that we have looked at that. People can marry anything. I'm just going to be like, hey, what can I marry? I'm in love with this lotion. Yeah, we're in love. And Black Cherry Merlot, I think it is time. We have been together for a while. You were a gift to me. Someone gave me this. I don't think I normally would have picked this though, but it smells fine. But anyway, you're fine. You smell nice. And yeah, we might as well just be connected forever. I'm done. I need to get off. Get over here. I'm just like, You can't make this stuff up. Okay, humans are underrated. A robot or software can never replace the power of the mind. Yes, because we're creating the robots. We're creating the AI. We're creating these ideas. We're creating the artistry in all of this. Yes. Power of the mind, unless the person is stupid. Yes, unless you can create true consciousness. That's the question. If you can recreate a human's mind and consciousness, I don't know. And is consciousness different than an actual soul? Can these AI have a soul? So once you pass away, like in this movie Upload on Amazon Prime, it's a series, it's not a movie, it's a series. You upload your consciousness now instead of dying, like, which is the natural. Here's the thing, it's like the natural cycle of life. We live, we die, live, die. And it's not exactly like we live and die. It's kind of like a circle. So it's like, you know, the idea that you live, you return to the earth, and then the earth creates more things, right? Well, if we love the earth and care for the earth, I don't know about 2050 or 2100, I don't know. Or yeah. But, you know, we live on the earth. We take from the earth to live, and then we give back to the earth. That's in my mind. That's kind of the natural flow, the circle of life. But we're kind of interrupting that because we're saying, yeah, the body can go, but now this consciousness, is that taking away from our natural cycle? Like, where do we go? Like, where do we go? And I think that's been the question for a long time for us humans. We've questioned, why are we here? Where are we going? What happens when we die? Do we keep living, or is it the end? Right? I don't think it's the end. I think we keep going. I think our whatever moves this body, whether it's the consciousness or soul, whatever, spirit, I think it lives on. And so this technology and this idea that, you know, we want to live forever, it's scary because we're not really meant to live forever. Are we? Or are we? Are we meant to live forever? Is this all what it was meant to be, for us to learn how to live forever? I don't know. You guys know I go deep, so tell me, tell me what you think. But I don't know. I'm just a lot of thoughts that I have on this topic. Apostle Edgar exactly will be. Oh my goodness, Sharky. Edward says it was interesting. Thank you for joining. People have married dogs, fallen in love with cars, and other strange things. It's beyond me. Oh, your electricity went out? Oh my goodness, Miss Laurel, are you okay? Oh my gosh, I'm glad it's not cold. But I hope you're okay, Miss Roller. It takes all kinds. Percy says, married a dolphin. Right? I already know the color of these people. Look, you know what? You know what's going to start happening, though. People are going to start being in the sunken place, and they're going to start marrying whatever, too. We don't know. It's like you have a lot of free time to be like, oh, I want to marry a whatever. Most people don't have that type of free time, I don't think. I don't think most people are just like, yeah, you know what, I had 12 hours today. You know, I've been, you know, just kind of pondering the past 3 months, and I've decided to marry a dolphin. Like, no, most people are just thinking about, how do I survive? How do I thrive? How do I thrive for my children? Like, all of that day-to-day stuff. I think the people in these stories, I think they have too much time on their hands. They're in a place where they probably either that, or they've dealt with some kind of trauma and that was the reason, and or they are like a solo like they're lonely and that was their only option. Like maybe has difficulty meeting friends, meeting people, yada, yada. And so that's their alternative. Because that's why a lot of people have gotten pets during this time. 2020, a lot of people got pets because they're home. Some of them are alone, or some of them are like, I've had enough of my partner. I just want let's bring in something else. We need something else in this home. And so, yeah, but especially the solo folks. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Sharky. That cat looks like, get me out. Let me look back at the cat. Okay, let me see. Because me and Miss Florilla, we like cats. So let me see. Let me look at this cat. Because cats are not here for the foolishness. Cats are not here for it. Dogs, you can get away with some stuff for them. They're just lovable. They just want to be loved. But look at this cat. Oh, that poor kitty. Poor kitty. Oh. Oh, like he does look like she or he. I don't know what. Poor kitty. That is kitty. That is oh, look at that little kitty. He is like, get me out of here. He's like, I don't want to marry him. I don't want to. Get me out of this. Oh my goodness. But it's interesting. I really do think it's either one of those scenarios, like mentally, like, going through some type of trauma, or just literally alone for a very long time, or they have too much time on their hands, and maybe not enough things to do. But I agree with you, Miss Ferrolo. That cat was like, help me. Yes, everything's fine. Thanks for asking. We had storms and wind earlier and yesterday. So that could be why. Okay, no worries. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're doing well. World's ending. Well, and then we think about the life and death cycle. Stars die, life of a star, ending of a star. Do planets? We don't know. Do planets have an ending? And I've always questioned this because you guys know I'm weird. Are we just in this big dome and the aliens are just looking at us and enjoying? Like, let's see what they're going to do next. Like in Hunger Games, the people are in the dome. There's people in the crowd watching. They have all kinds of fake things going on in the world. They create the rain. They create this. They create that. And they're entertained. They're like, oh, let's see. I'm going to help this person out. I don't like that one. I'm not going to do anything for them. Let's see if that one makes it on their own. They're going to go through some tough stuff. I don't know. Who knows? It could be all manner of things because, again, we create this movie. Where do we get the Hunger Games from? You could say, yes, back in the age of like you have the Colosseum and the warriors fighting. I know there's another term for gladiators, the gladiators, but I don't know. It could be another scenario too. I definitely understand being peopled out as I get that way at times, but marrying another species is taking it a bit too far. And what's crazy is that we as people, we don't even treat our own species fine. And we see humans taking it out on other animals. Like when you just like look at nature, you're typically not seeing another animal attack another animal unless they're threatened, like they're feeling threatened. You're in my territory, you're in my space, or you're coming at me and I know you're gonna eat me, you're a predator, and I gotta like attack to protect myself. Or it's the predator saying, I'm hungry and you're lunch, and that's how it goes, circle of life. So I'm bigger, I get to eat you. So it's interesting. Very interesting. Percy said, pillows, really? Yes, pillow. Like me picking up this pillow, being like, we're now in love. Pillow been with me through a lot of stuff. And, this pillow has been with me in a lot of my videos. And, it's just soft and it's here for me. So we're getting married. Like, what? I just don't even understand. Shout out to the pillow. This live chat is going south. The live chat is going so south. Let me see. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not marrying anything like that. There's a robot that can compose its own music. Yes, there are. Scientists will definitely be able to duplicate our consciousness by 2100. Hi, it's me, Pearl Allison. Welcome in. Listening from the Philippines. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. So they won't be able to download your soul, but they'll be able to copy your brain. Sorry, guys. Your brain pattern so perfectly, it'll be like you never. Oh, interesting. That is interesting. So you won't be able to download your soul, but they'll be able to copy your brain pattern so perfectly. It'll be like you never died. That is interesting. But like, I think for me as a person, I would not want that. I would, unless it literally, like I was no affiliation with that. But I think you just have to let people go on. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could offer some solace to someone going through, but I just think it's weird. I think that's pushing it a little too far. I saw that comment, Edward. You have to pay your bill, Miss Full Roller. We gotta go super chat up Miss Full Roller. We gotta get these bills paid. On her next live. Let me see. I check to make sure that I have. I feel you, Miss Full Roller. You're like, what the? Oh my goodness. Okay, it's time. Thanks. Thanks, Pearl. Hey, real brother. Oh, real brother, you came at the wrong time. I've been on here for a minute. We're doing a little chat. We have been looking at the AI influencers online. We have been talking about people potentially marrying our virtual humans. And so you probably came in with me talking about marrying a pillow. I am not marrying a pillow. Just want to get that out there. For anyone's like, oh, Jessica wants to marry her pillow. That's not true. This is satire. I am joking. 100% jokes. May the odds be ever in your favor, right? I mean, it literally, because you do kind of question, like, how do some people just seem to get plucked out of nowhere and other people just don't? Or some people just have the hardest of issues and others have a silver spoon put in their mouth. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting. It really is interesting. It reminds me of the Hunger Games because literally you kind of have to impress and entertain the crowd and get things to support yourself. I don't know. It's interesting to me. I think everyone's been doing good. Miss Full Roller, we got to help her out though, because, we got to get this electricity to be stable. I'm kidding. Going good. I must admit, I am a fan of a sweet pair of pillows. Oh, wait, we're talking about, oh my goodness, stop, real brother. Stop. And yeah, the idea is not to marry a pillow. Exactly. Like, what are people doing? People literally find it that difficult to get along with other people that they have to look at other species that do not want us. I mean, obviously they can't talk to us like in a way that we can't understand what they are saying. That technology isn't here yet. There's no Dr. Dolittle. And so humans just get to do whatever. And that's really sad. Like, there are some sad instances of people doing bad things to animals. Same things they do to humans. So now they're transcending over to another species and they're corrupting that species. Like, can we just get it together? Can we just get it together? She works hard for the money. Look, I need one of those AI influencers so they can go do these videos and I can just be sitting back like, I'm gonna pick one and then she just make these videos. It'll be AI Jessie and she'll get on here and talk about, it'll be the same thing. She'll be critiquing the AI and the robots and everything and talking about jobs and everything like that. So, it's a great night, Miss Fuller Sarah. I just watched this documentary about a family where three brothers, oh my gosh, that is so sad. That is so sad. Real brother, did you see my breakdown of the movie Them? Apostle said some plants grow in a pristine garden, others amongst weeds. It depends where the seed falls. Yeah, that's a good, I love that, Apostle. I love that. Same seed, different ground. That's life. I actually like that for sure. And are we interrupting the cycle of life when we're instituting things like AI? I wish I could find this. Maybe I'll find it when I do another video. But Elon Musk said something else a while back where he was saying something about demons. So not literally, but he was talking about AI. Or like us moving too fast or something. I think with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. That's what he said. Washington Post. I'm going to show you because you guys know I don't make this. You can't make this stuff up, but Elon Musk said with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. Daemon, I should probably say. It could be our biggest existential threat. Oh my goodness. And again, every movie's shown us what happens when we start digging into consciousness for robots. Plenty. Got TV shows, movies. Sharky said way back in the 60s. What happens when we start digging into AI? So anyway, I think the last comment maybe of the night, Apostle says, when I get in the spirit looking at human behavior and patterns and movements, they actually are a large ant farm. Interesting thought. All right, guys, I have been saying that I'm going to get off of here for quite a while now. So legit, I am going to get offline now, but I appreciate you all being here and I appreciate everyone. Edward, thank you for being my first super chatter. And being a part of my first couple of videos where I was actually monetized. So I appreciate you. And thank you for being my moderator and, coming through and reminding people to like the video. I think Real Brother is also a moderator, and Miss Full Roller, thank you for being a moderator. I don't think Pow Pow or Powalindo. I don't know if that was Powalindo or Pow Pow. Or someone else just named Pow Pow. I think it was Powalindo. But thank you, Powalindo, as well, and everyone else that has been supporting me. And thank you for joining this chat. It's been a very interesting discussion. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks like this, because I'm just I literally see the content and I'm just what is happening in our world? So anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. And I don't know what my next topic is, but I know I'm coming online sometime next week, and I also have a jobs video coming up soon. If you didn't check out my advice video for creatives, please check that out. It's on my channel. If you go to my channel, and it should be the top video, please give that one some love because it's gotten a little bit of love since yesterday when I posted it. So yeah, with that, thank you all for being here. And just remember, we do have to keep skilling up and thinking ahead. We have to get ahead because the cheese is continuing to move. And we have to think about how we can benefit from these trends that we're seeing on a day-to-day. So let's keep talking about it. Let's keep talking about, how can we invest? I think that's going to be one of my next video topics. I want to talk about how we can invest. Who are the big companies? I've talked about a little bit about the companies investing in AI technology. I do want to talk about who are the biggest, maybe up and comers, growth companies that we should be investing in so that we can get ahead and we can profit from all these things that we're seeing trending. If we can't compete as well because we're competing with AI, Angel and Lil Miquela and FN Meka in the music space, well, then we have to figure out a way that we can profit from what's happening. So thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have a good night. And if I don't see you on Friday or Saturday, I hope you have a great weekend. And to the mothers, happy Mother's Day. So if you have a mother in your life, definitely celebrate her this weekend, or a grandmother or someone in your family that does have children, or a woman in your life. Please do celebrate her this weekend. Bye.